How do you tell if someone is attracted to you or just being very friendly? Please subscribe, leave a like, comment and share the video to help the channel. Usually the realization comes 10 years later when you are trying to fall asleep. If they act the exact same way with other people, you're out of luck. Do they ever initiate the friendliness? Responding to someone else's kindness is a lot different than initiating it. But even still, the only sure way to know is to ask. If you get an arranged marriage, it's a 50/50. By how they look at you or act around you vs other people. As my dear old dad used to say, women who work for tips are not flirting with you. Someone tells you years later. Flirting's basically a dumb game of chicken with gradual escalation. Or just ask if they haven't, so usually pretty obvious. I was once called into hours for allegedly flirting with an employee, not part of my own team. Her proof: I was always friendly, offered her milk to go with her coffee, and worst of all, once at an after work, I bought a round of drinks for everyone, her included. The head of ours was a bit puzzled about the whole situation and asked her what would she then suggest we do to resolve the situation, and she requested that I would stop being friendly to her and just leave her be. This poor woman just could not accept that I was being friendly. By reading someone's comment on Reddit about how they missed all the signs, and then you realize that the same thing happened to you, and now you lie there contemplating your life. If they are a cashier/waiter/clerk etc., don't get your hopes up. Really, with some people you cannot tell. I knew a girl who was super friendly with me. I got interested, and then a few weeks around her I saw this was how she treated every guy. Smiles, oh stop it you. Flirting. I wasn't special here. I moved on. I knew a girl who friendly with everyone. We sat down at a birthday party and talked non-stop for 3 hours. She was friendly with people, but I hadn't seen her do this before. I got her number and called her. We talked until my phone died. Our 10th wedding anniversary was about 6 weeks ago. Our oldest kid turned 7 in a few months. You don't. One person's just being friendly is another's take me to a hotel and fuck me right now. No, the stripper is not attracted to you. If they ask you to take off your clothes, chances are they are just being friendly. Pro tip: you'll never know if you don't ask. Assuming the person is single or trifling, you ask to see that person again in a different context and the negotiation for available time and date is quick and mutually complete. No just friends overtone about it. Thursday at 8, not available, not into you. Thursday at 8, not available, but what about Friday at 9? Else. Look for physicality, proximity, and eye contact when totally unnecessary. Jealousy or defeat. It's subtle when interacting with someone else of the interested person's gender. Caveat all this with me being terrible about noticing it. My wife points this out to me when we are in public. Once I see it, it's obvious, but until then it's a mystery to me. Ask them. If she says WTF step bro, you were wrong. Assume attraction and ask them out. If they say no, you get your answer. If they say yes, you get a date. When I met my last girlfriend, our eyes met across a crowded dance floor. She rolled her eyes at me, so I picked them up and rolled them back. Depends on where you live. Here in England, being anything other than cold and aloof is seen as basically throwing yourself at someone. You don't. It's a leap of faith. That's all it is. It's not always easy. With my fiance, when we started hanging out, I would convince myself she liked me and then talk myself out of it. I would walk her home and she'd give me a really awkward friend hug, then run inside, leaving me feeling like I'd misread the signals completely. This went on for about 3 weeks before we finally kissed at a party. I asked her about it afterwards, and it turns out she was doing the same thing. 7 years and a proposal later, I think she might have a crush on me, guys. Oh, that's easy. No one is ever attracted to me. Well, you can't ever really know. Like, even if she sleeps with you, she might just be Canadian. So honestly, you shouldn't get your hopes up, and you'd better keep looking and wondering. I automatically assume people are being friendly. It's habit. Edit. Geez, didn't expect to wake up with 50 plus replies in my inbox in result to self-deprecation. But I think I should clarify some things. I'm aromantic now, after struggling with feelings towards romance in general for a bit, but before I discovered what aromanticism was, I just assumed people were being friendly because I was, and still am, too unattractive. Flirting wasn't my strong suit either, and I had a terrible track record with guys. Read, one who was an autistic furry liar, and the other who was an autistic unhygienic clueless dude. Plus I can't commit to a relationship. Depression. Though a guy I know apparently has a crush on me, and from our interactions I just assumed he was being friendly. Imagine my surprise when his mom told me he was crushing on me. I never would have known otherwise. Edit 2. Okay, one more edit. I realize that not all autistic guys and furry guys are bad BFs. You'll do you. This was just a case of bad luck for me. Said guy who has a crush on me also has autism and he's a really converted dude beneath his frowny exterior. Hygienic too. Step 1. Cut a hole in the box. Simple. You just say are you attracted to me or just being friendly? The fastest route between 2 points is a straight line. You give it a shot, and if they reject your advances, you stop giving it a shot. The friendly honest approach has worked for me. You seem really nice. Someone I'd like to go out with, if you'd like that too. If they are already spoken for or disinterested, they'll let you know. Either way, I've noticed that they seem to appreciate the attention, if they sense you're being sincere. When she asked me out, I was skeptical. When we slept together, more likely, but can't be too sure. When we got married, I'm pretty sure she likes me. I've noticed women that have been interested in me have started a random conversation with me, like asking advice about something. If a woman compliments you on something, could be your eyes, or your jacket, or pretty much anything, that might be a clue. Women play with hair, or adjust it more, making more than usual eye contact. Also, if you are sitting next to them, and their knees are pointing a bit towards you, that is a sign. As well, if they get under a table and start giving you head, also a clue. Flirt a little and assess reaction. If they react anything less than politely, then that's a no. If they respond by blushing, or they flirt back, gradually escalate. Then straight up ask, I like you. Can I interest you in coffee/date/dinner etc. I guess asking is really the only way to know. There's no good answer to that question. A million different people may give a million different signals/hints/signs that they are or are not interested in you romantically. What I found works for me, and what I think is the kindest least awkward way, both towards yourself and the other person, is to 1. Have some sort of consistently positive relationship/repeated interaction with them first, and then 2. In a light-hearted and friendly way, and without implying any kind of emotional pressure, just ask if they'd like to go on a date with you. Use the word date. If they say yes, congrats. They're into you at least enough to give it a shot and see where it goes. If they say no, for the love of all that is holy, don't take it as a personal insult. It probably isn't. Keep it lighthearted and take the refusal with grace. They aren't into you, and throwing a tantrum over it or trying to pressure them further isn't going to help them be into you whatsoever. Easiest way, ask them out on a few dates. Have sex with them, start a relationship, take them out some more, go to fancy dinners and parties, take them on holiday and stuff like that. Then, after you've tried that for a few years, ask them if they want to marry you. If they say yes, they're probably interested. As a woman who is very friendly and has had some misunderstandings because of this, here's what I notice is different when I'm flirting versus being friendly. If I'm interested in someone, I will laugh, sort of leaning into them. When I'm not, my laughs are more throw your head back away from whomever I'm talking to. Relatedly, if I'm flirting, I'll find ways to make casual physical contact, like kind of lay my hand on their forearm when laughing, or stand a bit closer so our shoulders touch. If I'm just friendly with a guy, I make very certain not to physically touch anywhere. If I'm making friends with a new guy, I'll very pointedly suggest we do things with a group. If I'm flirting, I'll suggest something that has the potential for us to be alone together. If I'm attracted to a guy, I often find myself posing Like, I think, hope, it's subtle, but I'll tilt my head or readjust my hair into positions I know are more flattering. Hope this helps. I'm sure there are other things that I haven't thought of. Please subscribe, leave a like, comment and share the video to help the channel.